What's up, everybody? Brian Wagner, lead content creator for Dragzine. I am here at No Mercy, and we're going to do a fun little behind-the-scenes kind of thing. You know, we did it at Disco Dean for No Prep Kings. Well, now we're going to do a Crew Chief Confidential with none other than the godfather of the Red Hat Mafia, Mr. Jamie Miller. So we're going to be kind of tagging along Jamie this weekend at New Mercy as he works with Greg Belevance's car, which might look familiar to you because that is a former Dragzine project car, Blown Z28, so kind of makes it a fun little deal. So we're going to tag along with Jamie throughout the weekend, talk with him before he makes choices afterwards in the lanes, you know, kind of showing you guys what really goes into making one of these cars go down the track, and that it's kind of an interesting process. You know, I've helped crew on cars before, and I really want to show our Dragzine viewership, readership, what really goes into making a radial car go fast. Alright, so we've walked through the pits, looked at some stuff, and Jamie was in there beating on the keyboard. So now the star of the show, Jamie Miller, we're here with Greg's car running an LDR this weekend. Now, you guys already did some testing, correct?
We did, yeah. We actually made a pretty good pass this morning. Went 395 at 191. The track has been tricky here the first couple days. We spun a couple times, made some chassis changes, went out and went to 395. Very happy with that. Since that run, we've just kind of left it here. I don't want to keep running it. Track conditions keep swinging a bunch, which I'm noticing with a lot of other cars. So I think we're in a good position.
So how do you approach going into this Q1, you know, because it's there's a lot of strategy that goes into how you attack one of these events, because you want to get on the sheet and stay ahead of qualifying to a certain degree, not get behind the 8 ball, not be in the show, but then you don't want to squander a chance to put up a big number. Right. So how does Jamie Miller approach a radial tire car like this?
So typically I would be on the slightly conservative side, make just a smooth run for Q1, fast enough that I feel like there's no chance of getting bumped, but a conservative run, because the track conditions are, as these weeks go on, or the week goes on, days go on, the track obviously is going to get better, just cars running down it. So we'll have opportunity to go a bunch faster. This event approaches brings in a whole new approach, because Q1 is actually E1 based off of points for this makeup race. So now you're going to be racing somebody for this makeup race. So now it's like, knowing what the conditions are, you've got to go as fast as you possibly think you can go on that track condition, you know? So it is a little different strategy for this event and the way that the schedule is set up.
That's a wild curveball. Yeah. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, right, so now it's like, that changes the entire dynamic almost of the event.
Right, it does. Because, you know, like I said, typically we would put something in that, let's say, you know, we know that typically if you can go a 4 flat to a 398, you're going to be in the show, right? You might not be in the best qualifying position, but you're in the show, and then you have the opportunity to try to go and make really good runs. But now you can't be that conservative because you don't know exactly. And the other thing about this format is it's not performance, it's points based, how the ladder works. So you could have a guy that's technically 16th in points, but he's only been to a couple events, but his car is fast. So you can't just take it for granted that you're racing a slower car.
Oh, and by the way, when we race for Eliminations for No Mercy, it will be during daytime as well.
That's right. So that's a whole nother thing. So weight packages, and we're obviously being way more aggressive with our weight package towards the rear of the car, because the track conditions are not there to go as fast as we're typically capable of doing. So very light on the nose, making it more, trending more towards a wheelie situation so that it will go down the racetrack.
So translation, Jamie's going to be earning his money this weekend.
I am definitely working for it.
Well, we'll let you make the final button up, and then we'll try to catch up with you maybe before the run, and then definitely afterwards, man.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Getting back to cross the Christmas tree here, and Rick Masterson, the 64 Nova, coming all the way down from Paxton, Illinois. Big Marquise walking around. Big Marquise. Andy Ramirez out of Sanford, Florida. Left hand side.
All right, Jamie, we're about to hit Q1 here officially. What's the track and the tea leaves telling you?
So track feels like it came around a bunch better. Cooled down. We're looking at like 82 degrees now. Still a little reluctant on how fast we're going to try to go. You know, that I feel like I could go fast on it, but I'm going to err to a little bit lighter on the nose package, similar to what we were talking about earlier. Just make a clean run. I know we have these eliminations and stuff, but I got to make a smooth run with all the cars, so that's what I'm erring towards right now.
All right, Jamie, how did that? Well, we'll get to this in a second. Did the run do what you wanted it to do?
Yes, the run did what we wanted to do. We went 395, showed 197 miles an hour, which it's just the way that we ran a little bit more front end travel than we typically would. It trips the beams a little different, but a very good run. I was happy with it. We got the wrong win. Steve's car went down the racetrack. Robbie's went down the racetrack. All the cars went down. But as you can see, when we got here, Jim was going through the motor and doing the routine maintenance. I found that a lifter roller had stuck and it started to score the camshaft a little bit. So the guys pulled the cam out, just cleaned it up with some emery and you know, getting it all back together. We were looking for cams in case we needed to replace it, but I think it's okay. We got a set of lifters to put in it, but so the guys have a little bit of work to do.
Could have been a hell of a lot worse.
It could have been way worse. Yeah, it looked like it happened at the very end of the run, and so the lifter didn't want to come out of the bore, so they had to mess around to get it. It locked the roller, and it kind of spreads the lifter. So it was a little difficult getting out of the board. Didn't hurt the lifter board, so we should be good with that. These guys will have it back together running here tonight.
All right, well, we'll let them get back to finishing up the yard sale, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Sounds good.
All right, Jamie, it looks like the car is back together here, and all is well, correct?
Yes, we got it back together last night. Guys got it running. Everything seems to be good. I'm not doing any testing today. I feel like track conditions were really good last night when we made our Q1. I don't want to get behind it running out in the heat, so we figured it was best bet. This car's fairly worked out, you know what I mean? We make good runs with it, so I don't think we need to go out there and put a bunch of runs on it with the track conditions not being as good as they're going to be tonight. So sitting here, just kind of waiting on it, testing a couple of, some of the other cars, but again, track's a little warmer, so I just don't want to get behind it.
So it's kind of, again, that strategy job where you don't want to overthink yourself. You know it's good to go. Now you're going into yet another qualifier
yes.
/ eliminator.
Correct.
So is that, again, you're racing the track only, or are you racing the other person in the other lane?
All right, so we got through first round with a win. Made a nice run, 395. We have Kenny Hubbard, which Kenny went out in testing yesterday and ran a 386. So he certainly has a car that's capable of going extremely fast. So I have to stay in the mindset now. We're second round. It's like we made a good run. That 95 is not going to get us bumped, right? So I feel like we have to go for it at this point, right? Because you're in the other show. So at this point, you go up there loaded for bear, you know what I mean? Obviously, trying to make a good decision on the track conditions, but yeah, we're going to try to go out there and go, I would tell you somewhere between, I'm hoping between a 89 and an 88 is what we're going to run.
And that's what makes it interesting. Like I said, you have the strategy of get into the show, you're in the show, now you've got to flip, like, that takes part of that pressure off, but now you're back race within a race mode, and it's like, all right, now we gotta we gotta pull out the big iron.
Yeah, and so that's exactly the reason why I didn't want to test it. You know, I would have liked to maybe make a run on it with the cam, you know, just making sure everything's all right. We put it up on the chip, but I feel like it'll put us behind. I'll be reluctant to put in a faster tune-up, knowing how good the track was when we ran at Q1. I'm expecting the same kind of condition, and I feel like we can go an 88. You know, I don't know about an 86. An 86 would be our best run. I think we've been an 85, but that would be like our personal best. But, you know, you go up there and you know, if Greg cuts a good light, you got to make it a race, right? I don't want to beat myself. So we're going to go up there and load it as fast as we can, and hopefully we give him a race and put on another win light.
Well, we'll check in you before that next pass, because a lot could change in a couple hours with weather, but we'll see you up at the starting line, man.
Sounds good. Thanks.
66 miles per hour. 457.5, 149 for Derek Cooper in out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. Alrighty, so Eddie Ramirez and Rick Masterson. We're gonna go here next to 275, both these guys.
That Chevrolet Nova Masterson is nice, isn't it?
The light turn to come on up. 4 out of Paxton, Illinois.
You're gonna have to come in.
All right, so we're kind of rocking and rolling here, getting ready for Q1 or Q2 race 2. What have you changed? Anything? Just loaded what you got?
Yeah, we're coming up here trying to run probably an 87 to 89, something like that. I feel like that's going to be a good run. I don't want to try to get too ahead of myself, but Kenny's a tough guy to run with. So that's kind of what our plan is. We'll see how it goes.
And with the conditions being pretty close to last night, really not much.
No, air is not much different. So obviously just sped up everything in the car, but not a whole lot with fueling and things like that. We're just that's kind of staying consistent, which helps, you know what I mean? And I feel like the track, look, last night the track was really good. I feel like we're in the same boat, so I think we'll be all right. I hope we're going to be all right.
Don't overthink yourself, right?
That's right.
All right, we'll see what it does, man.
Thanks. Well, we made a good run.
All right, Jamie, we're back for unfortunately out of the race within a race. but that kind of happens. Talked with Greg this morning. He said it hit the wheelie control.
It did. You know, we went up there with a little bit lighter package on the nose, just to give us that insurance policy of it going down a racetrack. And it got into wheelie control, slowed it down to a 92. I don't know that I would have had enough in it to outrun Kenny. He made a great run with an 87. So, look, got beat on that one. It's a bummer, but looking forward now to the race. We went a 92, put us in 4th position right now. Going up there, loaded up, gonna try to make a good run. It's like right after that run, everything changes, right? Because now you're no longer racing, it's just qualifying. We're in the field, so now I can really throw stuff at it and see if we can go. I'm gonna try to run a 86 to an 85 here. You know, I'm hoping the conditions will work out for us, but we'll see how it goes.
Which is important because on Sunday for eliminations, this is going to be what it's like conditions-wise. So now's the time to know where that line is and if you can step over it or not.
Yeah. The weather right now is really good. Water drains are down, correction factor's down. The engines are going to make power that we haven't seen yet. So I'm hoping we can make a good run, but like you said, we're going to be racing, sun out. You know, the track's not hot, but it's warmer, and we're going to see if we can make a good run on it.
All right, we'll see what it does in this next run, man.
Thanks.
Well, that did not go quite as planned, but did we learn something?
We did learn something. Obviously, we're going up there, like I told you, we were trying to run fast. We've been able to achieve a 387 in the heat. We did that in Alabama. We were basically trying to, you know, reconstruct the same run, but we missed it. We missed it on our weight package. If I had the opportunity to go, it's always the, you know, Monday morning quarterback, but if I had the opportunity to go back up there in the same conditions, I would move a little bit more weight in the car. The car was achieving G-meter and drive shaft speed to run an 87, but it just got a slight dip in the ride height in the nose, and that's all it takes when you're on the edge like that, you know? So yes, we learned something because look, we're gonna race in this condition. We've documented all the things that we need to change to what we believe will help it or make that tune-up, take that tune-up. But that's why we go up there and run fast, right? You gotta know and have the confidence on Sunday to go out there in the heat and run big numbers because other guys are gonna do it, right? So if we had been slightly conservative on it, okay, yeah, we could have definitely gone down the track. We went a 92 last night. We may have been able to achieve another 92 or 91, but I felt like let's see what is the limit, right? And we found it, but we found it in a situation where I believe we can make a change and it will take it.
So now it's just pretty much lather, rinse, repeat for the next set of conditions tonight?
Yeah, and obviously, okay, we're gonna go tonight and, you know, sun's gonna be down, track's gonna be cooler, it's gonna be tighter, so that, again, we'll be making weight changes based off of that. But I you know, look, I'm trying to go, I would like to see the car go, you know, high 380s at this point. I think we're gonna need that to be 1-2 qualifier. Actually, I think there's already 1-2 or 88, so I want to get up there, you know. I think we're sitting 4th or 5th right now.
Well, it'll be interesting. We'll check in before the run to see what the conditions show us. It might be, you never know what curveball will get thrown at us, right?
Don't, right.
So we'll let you get back to tuning, and we'll see you later.
Thank you.
Kyla says, just give me my fire suit. I want to go racing. You go, girl. Be careful, okay, kid? Here we go. As they get ready to go, is Texas. The 2000 Davidson's Barrington.
All right, final qualifier. Things have changed with the feels dyno. You got the butt dyno, we've got the air feel dyno.
Right.
Does it cause you to make any changes, or we steadfast?
No, we stayed fast. I'm trying to go in the 80s, just like we talked earlier. We made some weight changes. I was going to make a bigger swing at it, thinking that we had another qualifier in the morning, but that has now changed. So I'm erring to the little bit of a conservative side, and we're going to err a little bit lighter on the nose, but still try to keep the wheelie out of it, right? So if the 92 that we ran, if we could get it off the wheelie control, I think we'll go in 88, 89. So that's what we're shooting for. Hoping we can pull it off tonight.
What the weather station say? We better atmospheric conditions or the same?
Yes, no, a little bit better. Water grains are going down. So honestly, it's very similar to what it was earlier this morning. It started to, obviously went up during the day, but it's back down. It's a lot better than last night. Yes.
So good air and a tight track equals an 80s, right?
We're hoping so, yes.
God willing, the creek don't rise.
That's right.
Well, we will talk after the run, man.
Thanks.
Billy Lackey.
There's the 89.
All right, Jamie, good morning. It's Eliminations Day. Good. You hit the 80 last night, right?
I hit the 80. We set it up a little light on the nose, like I said, and got into wheelie control a little bit, but still ran the 80. So that was the goal. Gonna go out there today. Got Justin Martin, which he's made really good passes before. The car's fast. I think they're maybe struggling a little bit or having some issues, so definitely not taking them lightly. Don't really know. We're probably going to try to run like a conservative low 90, but try to keep it off wheelie control, just make a smooth run and take it one round at a time.
And you guys are third up, so it's not going to be super hot.
No.
The track won't be hateful, but again, it can be tricky to overestimate that surface.
Yeah, and anytime the sun's out, obviously, like we talked, you just don't know what to exactly expect on that when the sun's out. So we're just going to play it by ear. We'll be, taking track conditions and track temperatures and all that kind of stuff and putting it into play on what we do with the tune-up.
All right, we'll let you get to work and we'll check in before the run.
Thanks.
After E1 of Limited Street. Please do not come until we call you.
Hey, Brandy with an eyes out here today. Good morning.
All right, here we are, game time. track, has it changed much? Because it seemed really tight this morning. I mean, that Viper tried to take flight on you.
It did, unfortunately. We made a bunch of changes on that thing, and it still went out and wheelied. So yeah, this morning the track was killer. Look, I expect to still have some good conditions, but the sun is beating on it, right? It's getting temperature in it, and anytime that sun is beating on it, it's just not going to take the same power, right? So we're in the lanes here. We're kind of going back and forth, myself and Jim, and we're coming up with changes we're going to make, weight moves, limit moves, stuff like that. So we're trying to adapt to what I see out there right now. You know, I still think it's going to be fast. We just have to do some stuff with weight changes.
Again, it's those small changes. They're going to make all the difference.
Right.
All right, good luck.
Thank you. Very good. That's what we needed.
All right, you ran the number you wanted to run. That had to be a good feeling for sure.
Yeah. Stayed off wheelie control, so all the moves we made, ran a 92, which was a very stout run, I feel like, for the conditions. All of our cars moved forward, so I'm very happy with how everything went on that round. You know, as we were talking in the lanes, we made some last minute changes with weight. I slowed the car down a little bit, which I'm glad I did because it still ran a 92, but it stayed off wheelie control, so that just kind of shows you how much there was there when it does get up on the control and pulls all the timing out of it.
Now things are going to be interesting. It's the game. Is Donald going to wait until tonight to run us?
Right.
Or is he going to do it during the heat of the day, right?
So I would prefer to run in the heat of the day. I feel like we have really good packages for that, but I don't know. You can never count on anything being the same with him. You know what I mean? He's gonna change it up and just make it interesting. So we're just kind of on standby at this point, and we'll see what he comes out with and gives us an idea on schedule.
All right, we'll wait to see if we're running under the cloak of darkness or in the heat of the day, man.
Sounds good.
So they got to win out.
All right, so the wonderful part about all the drag racing, did you shoot down in, if you're down there in Florida or up there in North Carolina, hopefully you and your family are safe, and all the volunteers, the linemen, folks helping, getting things cleaned up and rebuilt. Not footwork in the family here at Doug X. Let's go extra 75, shall we?
Got some last minute adjustments?
Yeah, we were just discussing what we're seeing on the track conditions right now. Listen, the sun's going down, the track is obviously getting a lot better. It's that fine line because it still has heat in it from the day, so we're just trying to make the right moves.
So
it's one of
that,
those deals where we know we need to go. I'm trying to run a 390 flat to a 91, but we got to make it take that tune-up, right? So it's not a situation. I don't want to go in there in the laptop and just slow it down. I want to make it take this tune-up. So playing with weight, playing with limiters, last-minute changes of what we're seeing. I think the track's going to be good. It's just going to be small little changes to get it to go through there.
It's like we were talking about earlier. It's just that the dip. You're trying to stay away from the dip.
You can't get the dip.
Stay away from the dip and everything will be okay.
If we get the dip, I look like a dipshit. So
I think we got a t-shirt.
Exactly. So so that's what we're looking at. So Jim and I were just discussing, like you saw, last minute ideas and stuff. So we'll see how these first pair of cars run.
All right, so they
if
are
we make any
talking
changes.
about who's next.
There you go.
Right?
We'll see what happens.
Tractors down there, rubbing, scrubbing, doing all.
Another one off.
So you got a big block, 582 cubic inch Corvette running a V6 powered Mustang.
Horsepower on both sides of the racetrack here. The Buzz and Half Dozen, the V6 of Dave Fiskus, the right-hand side, and the big block, 588 cubic inches.
As well as I know the Cheese Man, I didn't know that he was actually, Cheese Man actually owns this
That's his
rover.
car, yeah, that's his
I
car.
didn't know that. I mean,
This, the Gen 3 Hemi makes
Well,
a
we
lot of
couldn't do
steam
our
and
trailer talk
may or
because
may
the
not have
artist
right
was
weight
working on his
associated with it.
masterpiece,
We
and
might see a,
time was of the
might see a pretty
essence.
stupid
Yes, it
number
was.
come out
So,
here. Haley
what
gets out
did the
there
artist
out front.
create? Talk about that.
So, I mean, we
why
didn't really
did
think
you
we were
call
getting
it a
this last
Care Bear
round. It
Because
kind of
the
last,
Care Bear is green.
I don't want to say last minute, but just decided to make the call that we're going to make one more round. So we were kind of just getting the car ready for tomorrow, right? Well, anyways, we said we're going to run, so we know the conditions are good. We got to try to go fast. Listen, these guys run extremely fast. Henderson's crew, Stevie, all those guys over there do a great job tuning on it. So look, you gotta really go for it here. So we dug in some of the archives of us going really fast, and I'm honestly I'm gonna try to go an 85 or 80. That is what that's what I'm shooting for. So we've made a bunch of chassis changes, weight changes, limiter, all this stuff for the track conditions. Track's good, air's good, and we got it pretty wicked up. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, Jamie, you dialed it up.
We got it. Let's keep going.
So we'll do it real quick, man. It's fast turnaround.
Yeah.
Stakes are high.
Yeah, so you know, they decided kind of last minute again that we're gonna finish the race tonight, or at least attempt to. So we turned it around quick. Gonna try to run faster again, right? We went 87. We got Ziff right now. It's gonna be a tough race, right? A lot on the line, so we got her turned up. We'll see what happens.
So the official hold my beer, watch this tune up.
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't wheelie, I think it'll go. I'm hoping for an 85. That's really what I'm hoping for, but we'll see. I've been close. I've been close every round, so we'll see.
We'll see. Slide the bets over. We'll see what happens.
All right. Thanks.
We need to go buy a lottery ticket.
Fuck yeah, we do.
In Limited Street, you're on stand. Limited Street needs down, please. Limited Street, let's go. Streetcar bragging rights, you're on standby. Streetcar bragging. So Mohawk qualifies the number 1 spot at 367. Brantley Sloss, that's 67 per car Timmy, out of Brisbane, Australia. Mo Hall, Laytonville, Maryland, at 2017. Chevrolet Corvette, 959 cubic of Team Full.
Kind of what happened? Well, Nostradamus Jamie hit it on the head. Now we're here. That's what it's all about.
Yep. You know, as we were just talking, it's a little disappointing that we're here this morning, only for the fact that when you're in the rhythm of it, you're just going rounds and everything is just working the way you're hoping. It's hard to stop, So we're thrown into a little different conditions this morning, which I believe the track is very good right now. So I feel a little better now that I walked up here. I've got this thing loaded for bear. I'm trying to run. I'm trying to go 83 here.
This is what it's all about. Championship on the line,
yes,
final round.
Championship. I mean, there's a lot of pressure coming up here for everybody, right? Greg and us, and we were hoping to get to this point, and basically whoever wins this race wins the championship. So there's a lot of pressure right now.
But that's why we do it, right?
That's it.
That's why you're super tuner extraordinaire. That's what they pay you to bring you in, right?
Right. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, we made our changes, so hopefully we can just keep the groove going,
All right, we'll see what happens.
Thanks. going 83?
It went at 85.
All right. Wow.
Well, Jamie Miller,
We did it. Made all the right calls. Fucking Greg did an awesome job. Ah, man, I'm so excited. So cool.
that's what it's all about right there, right?
there. And I can't even explain what I'm thinking right now, but what I'm
Championship,
feeling.
championships.
Johnny Miller from Levin's family out there.
There you have it. Jamie, the team got it.
Congratulations.
He won! Woo!
Doubling up, that's what it's all about right there. The emotions, that's what just makes drag racing that much more awesome when you have a high-level team that goes in, gets the job done.
Congratulations, guys.
They win it all. You can't script it better. Next stop's the winner's circle, so we could get a little B-roll there. But folks, there you have it. Crew Chief Confidential with Jamie Miller. Maybe we'll get some more footage. Who knows? That's awesome. I've got goosebumps. So awesome to see what it takes to win with these cars. And let's maybe we'll do a little outro with just totally emotional overload. We'll head up this way here, Jamie. Walking down this car, now that you've had a chance to digest this a little bit, how special is this for you?
It's honestly unreal. You know, we had not a single easy round of racing, which I think that makes it even better, right? Because there was no gimmies. All the guys that were right in that hunt for points, we had to race, we had to take them out. Those guys had to go out early for us to have a shot at the championship, and to take them out was just, it's like a storybook right here, right? You couldn't write it any better.
No, and it was just, again, it was cool to see. Like, I hope people draw from this video, pause for bracket car, they get to see what it really takes to win at this level.
Yeah, and it is not easy at all. And there's every round is extremely difficult. You're racing a lot of great guys out here that are very good at their jobs and very good racers. So, yeah, this is just unbelievable. I don't even really know what to say. It's just, coming into the weekend, I knew there was a shot. I felt good about the car. But the ability to win the championship, I thought, was very slim because so many things had to fall in place, and it's just when it's your weekend, it's your weekend. I've always said that. You know what I mean?
Everybody did their jobs and it paid off, right?
That's right.
Well, go enjoy the Warner Circle, and we'll talk to you again soon, man.
Winning.
For the Crew Chief Confidential, let's see some emotion, some excitement. Perfect, thank you.